Okay, next. Section 6D. Now, Section 6D talks about a situation where, what if the person who made an offer to you dies or becomes mad? Now, what if the person who made an offer to you dies or becomes mad before you could accept your offer? Then what happens? Okay, now the issue here is, you need to see what kind of offer is it? What kind of offer is it? If this is a contract of personal service is a service contract. So for example now, what if this guy is a painter? This guy is a painter. He made an offer to do a painting for you. But before you could accept the offer, the person dies. Now the person is dead. Can a dead person do painting for you? No, he's dead. Offer revoked. Offer is revoked. Now, for other type of contracts, for example, sale of a car, sale of a laptop, sale of a house, sale of a phone. Okay, if the person makes an offer to sell you and he dies before you could accept the offer, the issue here is, do you know he's dead? If you know the person is dead, offer is revoked. It doesn't exist anymore. But if you do not know that a person is dead, then the offer is still open. If you accept it, there is a contract. If you reject it, there's no contract at all. Okay? Okay? Alright. Next, acceptance. Okay? Now, the definition of acceptance can be found in section 2B. So if I make an offer to you right now, do you want to buy this pen for $1? The moment you say yes, that is acceptance. That is acceptance. Okay? Now, acceptance can be made by conduct. Acceptance can be made orally. Acceptance can also be made in writing. Okay? Okay, now, this is the first condition for there to be acceptance. Please take note, for there to be acceptance, okay, your acceptance must be absolute and unconditional. Section 7A says that. For there to be acceptance, your acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. Unqualified here means unconditional. Section 7A says that. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What if I make an offer to sell you my car? Okay, I tell you, this is my car. Do you want to buy it for $1,000? And you say, yes, I want. But I don't like the tires. Change it to Michelin tires. Is your acceptance acceptance? No. Your acceptance is with condition. What's the condition? You're only willing to accept provided the tires are changed. So your acceptance is not absolute and it is with condition. You're only willing to accept the offer provided the tires are changed. Okay? There is no acceptance at all. In actual sense, what are you doing? You're making a counter offer. You're making a counter offer. So section 7A and 6C, they talk about the same thing, counter offer. 6A and 7A, they talk about the same thing. Okay? So remember, acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. That means, if I make an offer to you, and if you were to accept my offer, you must accept my offer 100%. You cannot impose any condition. The moment you impose some conditions, okay, there's no acceptance at all. Okay? Next, section 7B. Now, section 7B talks about mode of accepting the offer. Sometimes, when an offer is made, how you are going to accept the offer is clearly stated. That means I tell you how you should accept the offer. For example, now, I make an offer to you, and I tell you, acceptance is by sending me an email. If that's the case, you must follow this method. You must accept my offer by sending me an email. However, what if I make an offer to you, but I don't tell you how you should accept the offer? If that's the case, then you can accept the offer in any usual and reasonable manner. You can accept the offer in any usual and reasonable manner. Any method also can, does not matter. As long as it is some usual and reasonable manner. Okay, you can accept the offer by sending me an email or a message. You can even accept the offer by making a telephone call to me. It does not matter. Okay, take note of it. So remember, if I make an offer to you and I tell you how you should accept the offer, you must follow that method. If I make an offer to you and I don't tell you how you should accept the offer can be accepted in any usual and reasonable manner. Any usual and reasonable manner. Any way also can, provided it is reasonable. Okay? Next, acceptance must be communicated. Acceptance must be communicated. What does that mean? If I make an offer to you, and if you were to accept my offer, you must tell me how you should accept the offer. You must tell me how you should accept the offer. Alright, sorry. If I make an offer to you, and if you were to accept my offer, okay, I must know that you are accepting my offer. So if I make an offer to you, and you were to accept my offer, you must tell me that you are accepting my offer. I must know that you are accepting my offer. If I make an offer to you, and you don't even know that I don't even know that you are accepting the offer, there's no acceptance at all. Section 3 says that acceptance must be communicated. If I make an offer to you, and if you were to accept the offer, you must tell me that you are accepting the offer. I must know that you are accepting the offer. Okay? Now, nowadays, a lot of transaction takes place through emails. Now the issue here is, if you were to accept an offer by sending an email, when does acceptance take place? When you send the email, or when the email is received, or when the email is read. Alright? So please take note, nowadays a lot of communication is done through email. If you were to accept an offer, okay, through emails, when does acceptance take place? When the email is sent, or when the email is received, or when the email is read. Now, according to Section 21 in Electronic Commerce Act 2006, and also the case of Thomas and BP solicitors, it says that acceptance takes place the moment the email is received. So if I send an offer, if I make an offer to you, and if you were to accept my offer by sending me an email, acceptance takes place the moment I receive the email. Okay? Not when I read the email, when I receive the email. Okay? Okay, next. Silence does not amount to acceptance. Silence does not amount to acceptance. So if I make an offer to you right now, do you want to buy this pen for $1? And you just stare at me. Is that acceptance? No. For there to be acceptance, you must tell me that you are accepting the offer. I must know that you are accepting the offer. Silence does not amount to acceptance. Silence doesn't amount to acceptance. So if I make an offer to you, and I tell you, if you don't say anything within 1 hour, I assume that you have accepted the offer. If you don't say anything to me, does that mean that you are accepting the offer? The answer is no again. For there to be acceptance, you must tell me that you are accepting the offer. I must know that you are accepting the offer. Silence doesn't amount to acceptance. Okay? Now, in the case of Philtaus and Bentley, okay, what happened was, in this case, what happened was, uncle, okay, he offered to buy the nephew's horse, okay, at a certain price, and he told the nephew, if I hear no more about him, I consider him at my price. So the uncle made an offer to buy the nephew's horse, and he told the nephew, if you say nothing, I assume you have accepted the offer. Nephew did not respond. The uncle thought that is acceptance. Later, the nephew refused to give the horse. Uncle sued. The court held, okay, when the nephew did not respond, that did not amount to acceptance. Acceptance must be communicated. Okay? Now, this law has a few exceptions. This law has a few exceptions. In certain situations, okay, acceptance, okay, need not be communicated. Okay? Now, the first one over here is if the offeree benefits when he had time to reject the offer. What does that mean? Okay, you know, like sometimes when you go to some restaurants to eat food, for example, somebody comes and put food on your table. You did not order the food. Now, if you choose to ignore the food, you don't have to pay for it. But the moment you start eating, it means that you have benefited. And once you benefit, you must pay for it. Once you benefit, you must pay for it. Okay? So, if the offeree benefits when he had time to reject the offer, okay, then his silence could amount to acceptance. So, for example, now, you go to the restaurant, you sit down, somebody comes and puts some food on your table. You did not order the food. Okay? If you choose to ignore the food, you don't have to pay for it. But the moment you start eating, it means that you have benefited. And once you benefit, you have to pay for it. Okay? Weatherby and Benham says that. The second exception is Carlisle's case type of scenario. This one is not important, you can just ignore this. This one don't bother, you don't need to know this. Okay? The last one over here is important, take note of it. The postal rule of acceptance. Okay? Now, according to the postal rule of acceptance, acceptance takes place the moment the letter is posted, provided the letter is correctly stamped and correctly addressed. Okay, section 4.2a and illustration B says that. So, for example, now, okay, what if, okay, on the 1st of January, letter of offer is sent to B, is sent, okay? Then on the 2nd of January, letter received, okay? 3rd of January, letter accepting the offer is posted. 4th of January, letter of acceptance is received. Now, when does acceptance take place? 3rd or 4th? When does acceptance take place? 3rd of January or 4th of January? The letter of acceptance was posted on the 3rd of January. The letter of acceptance was received on the 4th of January. When does acceptance take place? Acceptance takes place on the 3rd of January, the moment the letter is posted. Okay? And this is what is mentioned over here. Alright, this is what is mentioned over here. Okay? According to the postal rule of acceptance, acceptance takes place the moment the letter is posted, provided the letter is correctly addressed and correctly stamped. It does not matter whether the letter is lost or delayed. Okay? Take note of it. So, if on the 1st of January, I send you a letter offering to sell you my handphone, okay, and on the 2nd of January, you receive the letter stating that I am offering to sell you my handphone. On the 3rd of January, you posted a letter to me saying that you are accepting my offer. And on the 4th of January, the letter is received by me. When does acceptance take place? On the 3rd of January, when you posted the letter. When you posted the letter. Alright, even though the letter is received on the 4th, it does not matter. Acceptance takes place the moment the letter is posted. Take note of this, it is very, very important for your exam purposes. Okay? Okay, remember, okay, according to postal rule of acceptance, okay, acceptance takes place the moment the acceptance letter is posted, okay, and not when the letter is received. Okay, now another thing which is very, very important is the postal rule of revocation. The postal rule of revocation is the opposite of the postal rule of acceptance. Okay, now according to the postal rule of revocation, if you were to revoke an offer, if you were revoke an offer by posting a letter, then revocation takes place the moment the letter is received and not when the letter is posted. So this is the opposite of the postal rule of acceptance. Okay, so for example now, on the 1st of January, Ali posts a letter offering to sell his car to Sam. 2nd of January, letter received. Okay. 3rd of January, Ali posts a letter revoking his offer. 4th of January, Sam receives the letter of revocation. Do you understand? Okay. Now on the 1st of January, Ali posts a letter offering to sell his car to Sam. Okay. Now on the 2nd of January, Sam receives a letter. On the 3rd of January, Ali posts a letter revoking his offer. On the 4th of January, Sam receives a letter revoking the offer. So when does revocation take place? 3rd or 4th? On the 4th. Okay? Revocation takes place on the 4th. Okay? When the letter is received. Okay? Revocation takes place on the 4th. Okay? When the letter is received. Okay? The letter is the offer is revoked on the 4th when the letter is received. Okay? Okay, with this, we have finished the chapter on offered acceptance. Okay, remember there will be a problem question on offer and acceptance. Okay, only those areas which I'm focusing in the revision is important for your midterm exam. Only those areas which I'm focusing over here is important for your midterm exam. If there's something which I've ignored, means it's not important, it's not coming up. Alright? So if it's something which I have if there's something which I did not teach, means it's not coming out, ignore it. Only focus on what I focus in the class now. Alright? Okay, with this, we are finished.